want to eat more crap. And
Yeah.
it kind of makes me go inside myself. And I'm gonna take it back because several years ago, I was the other woman and I had an affair. And so,
Absolutely. I love it. So this is going to be a hard turn right here.
all right, let's go.
Yes. So, and I think
Joel
you're the perfect
stressed
person
me.
to talk to about this because
Okay.
I think as fitness professionals, we don't just teach people how to transform their bodies, but it's also their lifestyle, their mindset.
Yeah.
We become life coach. We end up hearing things about the bedroom that we probably shouldn't be
Oh
hearing
Lord.
about,
Mm-hmm.
but when you lose attraction for your partner, like how does that affect you as a woman? Because men were visual creatures, right?
Yeah.
And I've had this before, and I've tried to play the good husband role, where in my previous relationship, obviously when women have children, your bodies, they change. I
Yeah.
accepted that at the time. And obviously, like, she went from being in one shape to a completely different shape. The problem that I had, because I was waiting this out, I'm like, be patient, be patient. She's going to start working
She's
out.
gonna
She's going
do
to
it.
start
She's
working
gonna
on
do it. She's
herself.
gonna do it. She's
Yeah.
got this.
I
Nope.
felt like the more I tried to support her weight loss journey, the more she pushed me away. And intentionally, this is what I made up in my mind, was she was intentionally keeping the weight on and adding more weight in spite of what I wanted, to show me that you can't tell me what to do with my body.
Yeah.
And we've had
Which could
conversations.
be.
We had
Could be.
blowouts where I'm trying to be nice, and of course, like, it can come off a little offensive if you're sensitive about the situation. But I felt myself losing that attraction because I have a certain type, and she
Yeah.
was that type. And then when she let herself go, it added insult to injury when she wasn't trying to work on herself.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I was not attracted to her, and that hurt.
Yeah.
So how is it for a woman? Like, how's it for you?
Yeah.
Like, if a situation similar to that, like, does it bother you, or you just kind
Oh,
of like,
fuck
whatever, as long
yeah.
as I love you,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it bothers you, but I think you hit the nail on the head there when you were like, she wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
So, like, had she been trying, your attraction to her probably would have been elevated. You would have had more patience with her. You would have
Yeah.
been probably a little bit more gentler and not like this, because we tend to be like
Yes.
that. But one, like, as a woman, we already know it. We know if we look good, and we know if we've let ourselves go. And
Mhm.
as a woman, and I've been there, like, I was actually in the best shape of my life when I had my kids, and after I had my kids, like, they made me like better. I was like probably in the worst shape of my life when I met my
Yeah.
first husband, and I'm like,
Okay.
what the hell did he even
Yeah.
see in me? I was like 43 pounds overweight, so I was like, bang,
Wow.
anything after that, I'm good. But
Yeah.
I think it's really like, if it were my partner that stopped, or like, to go back to the question, is it like, what is a woman thinking? Like, I've
Yeah.
let myself go and I'm not taking care of myself, or is it the same for a woman looking at her man? Like,
The
my
same for a woman looking
okay,
at a man.
absolutely. I think it's absolutely one. It's and I think I answered this the other day too. Like, one, you got to be like, hold up, don't judge, because there might come a time in my life where like shit
Mm.
happens and I let myself go a little bit, but I also really don't have that mentality either upstairs. So I think it's the person. So she could have been kind of either not happy with, if she was pregnant and if she's taking over motherhood, she kind of lost herself. Women do that a lot. Like, we get lost in taking care of the family or the kids. But if it's my man, I'm wondering, like, is it his job? What is he unhappy with? Is he not serving his purpose? So I'm going all the way, like, what's wrong with him on the inside that he's being lazy or he's not trying? But I don't know. I've been there where he's kind of taking care of himself and let himself go. And I'm trying not to
Yeah.
get myself in trouble, but I'm going to get myself in
Yes.
trouble. I'm so attracted to who he is as a person. And I'm weird. I like features like forearms and shit like that. And you can't
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
forearms go. So, but we're actually in a state right now where he's trying to lose like 30 pounds. So I'll just go ahead and put it out there. And, it sucks. Like, it sucks. He like wants to eat more shit, like, because
Yeah.
when you feel
Yeah.
like crap, you want to eat more crap. And,
Yeah.
it kind of makes me go inside myself. And I'm gonna take it back because several years ago, I was the other woman and I had an affair and want to eat more crap. And
Yeah.
it kind of makes me go inside myself. And I'm gonna take it back because several years ago I was the other woman and I had an affair and not proud of it. And so I'm reformed. I call myself sober because
Yeah.
it's been several years. But I did it because I wasn't getting what I needed at home.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
she's gonna go elsewhere. So dudes, if you're out there and you're letting your shit go, like she's gonna go elsewhere if she's not getting it from home or if she's not getting, and I'm an affection person. I need your attention and I want your affection. And if he is letting himself go, there's no way he's gonna be putting it on me.
Yes.
And women want
Yes.
it just as much as men. I don't care what they
Thank
say.
you for
They
saying
want
that.
it just as much
Thank
as
you.
men, if not more, especially in
Yeah.
our 40s. Like if that's
Yeah.
all we think about, and it's easy. Feed me every 3 days. I'm good. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
sounds, some people are probably what, but it's a, it's an intimacy. You can't get any closer than that. So like, obviously I'm talking about in a relationship. I'm not, 19 anymore, but like in a, mutual relationship, it's that intimacy. It's a connection. It's spiritual for me. And it's right or wrong. It's a desire that kind of fills me up, makes me feel loved and wanted and desired as a woman. And women want to feel desired. And if, you're 30 pounds overweight, 40 pounds overweight, you'd rather sit on the couch and drink beer and eat nachos and watch fucking football instead of take care of your body and
Yes.
take care of your woman. I'm going to have problems with that. And if it goes on for a long period of time, and I'm not brave enough to come and talk to you, because that's where I was at one point in my life, to where I could have
Yeah.
that conversation, be like, hey, baby, we need to like get a treadmill and get your ass like, to the gym, or we need to eat healthier or whatever it is. You're going to go elsewhere. You're going to look
Yeah.
for it elsewhere. And,
Yeah. And I feel like we have a certain responsibility to our partner, because if you met me and you're attracted to me, and
Yeah.
obviously we all go through. COVID is a perfect example. Like I think
Oh
we
God, yeah.
all put on a little bit of unwanted weight. I did, and
I did too.
honestly, I
did
didn't
too.
notice it until like I
Yeah.
finally, because men, we're different than women. Usually when we put on size, we're like, oh, it must be muscles. That's the first thing in our mind. I'm like, gosh,
Yeah.
my shirt's so tight. But like, no, but like I was actually putting on
Yeah.
like layers of body fat,
Pounds. Yeah.
and it just is what it is. So we all go through these stages in life, but I'm always consciously aware that I want to keep myself to a fitness standard to where my wife gets that added bonus.
Yeah.
I think that physical attractiveness, that's a bonus, and it's exciting and it's fun,
Yeah.
but then like if I let myself go, and like you said, I'm just kind of lazy with it, just kind of like eating, shit food.
Well,
And
that's just not attractive.
Yeah, it's not attractive. You're not putting
Yeah.
any effort towards your health. And
No.
now I got to wonder, okay, what else is that going to lead to? Am I going to be taking care of you? Because now like you got insulin and you got the prescription medications and you got all kinds of stuff because of
Yeah.
self-inflicted behaviors.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
that like pisses me off more than anything. It's a
Yes.
choice. It's a
Yeah.
choice, and it doesn't mean that you got to be like, doing 2-a-days at the gym. Like we've been there, Joe, right? Where we taught our 17-hour days
Yes.
and we coach classes and you train. Like I don't do that anymore, so I'm good with
Yeah.
it. But like, come on,
Yeah.
And you're right. You said it. Like you have a duty and a responsibility to stay healthy for your spouse and your significant other, for your children. Like it's a responsibility, like to live a healthy life for them. But we got a 7-pound rule, not a 10-pound rule, not a 5-pound rule. Cause you can fluctuate, but you get to that like 7-pound mark where it's like, hey, my britches aren't fitting, like the things in my closet, I got nothing to wear. Like we need to start like hitting it. But that
Absolutely.
and the, 2 days right now, I'm getting more into the fitness talk, but
no,
women, like, to bring it back, like we care just as much as you guys do. And if the woman says she don't care, she's lying, or she's just in as shitty of a space as the guy is, and then they
Yes.
both need to team up and do it together and help each other. Like I love seeing those like stories about the couples that lost the weight together.
Exactly.
And like, that's great, because you can kind of go through it. I got a girlfriend right now who is lost. Well, she's a client and a girlfriend now, but about 120 pounds now, and she still won't date. And I'm like, dude, you can't wait until you're like, quote unquote, perfect, right? Or it's your ideal weight. I was like, you need to go get a guy right now that is also in transition, a dude that has been overweight and unhealthy and a shitty place in his life, but now he's growing and he's in the process. You need to meet somebody who can relate to that, who knows like, hey, I'm never going back to that like unhealthy state again, because I want to take care of me and make sure I'm in a good mental and physical space. Like you want to feel sexy for your partner.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, what
That's
the hell?
important.
Yeah, like that should be like on the top, like top 3. I know that sounds, and it's not like, it sounds a little vain, but like seriously, like if you feel sexy, I think you're just gonna be more intimate and more connected. If you feel good about yourself, you're gonna treat your partner better. If you feel like
It,
shit about yourself, you're gonna treat your partner like shit.
absolutely. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I couldn't say any better myself.